Pieter Geldenhuys, welcome. First and foremost, you've changed from that video, man. What's all this face fungus here? What's going on there?
It's so much easier to wake up in the morning.
You know, the extraordinary thing about sharing a stage with Pieter Geldenhuys, ladies and gentlemen, is you get to share a stage with a rocket scientist, and you can effectively book one for your conference if you grab Pete as well. What he does is he wears his heart on his sleeve, if I may say so. You're very bold at making predictions as to where the future goes. You specialize in change in that particular respect, and you have an uncanny ability, Pieter, to be able to take the very most complex subjects and make them totally accessible to any audience. But you don't always get it right.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Unfortunately.
Didn't we have a conversation about this time last year when you told me what the biggest thing in the world for last year was going to be? And didn't you put it onto your blog?
Oh, I did. A bit of perspective. About 20 years ago, I made a prediction that all of us by now would have two garbage bins in our house. One that says replace and the other one that says throw away. And everything you want to replace, you just throw into the bin, it scans the barcode, and the company would then deliver it to you at your house. That was one of my famous mistakes. But last year, I made a prediction that the next big thing after the phone would be the Uber.
Not the Uber,
okay,
the Upa.
Now, normally people give me applause at this point in time, but that's one of those things.
Oh, sorry.
So the ubiquitous personal assistant, and it really means that our voice is becoming the primary interface into the internet. What we are seeing is that Amazon have sold more than 100 million Alexas last year. Google is bragging that most of their phones, more than 1 billion devices, can now have voice command. And in the next couple of years, everything that opens and closes will be controlled by your voice. In my house, I've got a refrigerator as well as a microwave. And I just tell the microwave, listen, defrost 500 grams of meat, and automatically does it. So, and the cost is $50. It really is quite inexpensive.
And the fact that you live in Potchefstroom makes that even
more
amazing.
No, hold on, I live in the Western Cape. Hold on there for a moment. But the fact is, on that one prediction, we're spot on, and the world is changing. Very soon, your car will talk to you and say, well, Peter, was that a business or a private trip? And you say, it's a private trip. And your tax log is automatically done.
Yes.
So in terms of the UPA, I'm actually quite proud of that one prediction that came true.
And you get most of them right, rather than wrong as well. I do get that. Your predictive blog, Headlines from the Future, is a very brave position to take. But as a change expert, you do literally wear your heart on your sleeve as well. What do you think the next big disruptor is going to be? Let me ask you that same famous question.
Michael, people that know me know I'm an optimist, and I love technology and see how technology is going to change the world. But I'm also a realist. What we are seeing worldwide is huge problems. We are seeing triangular diplomacy, but now with America and Russia trying to be friends, with China being at the short end of the stick. So huge challenges politically. We have huge debt issues in America, 22 trillion government debt, 9 trillion corporate debt, 1.5 trillion education debt. The baby boomers are now retiring. I'm not too optimistic about disruptive innovation in the next 10 years. I do believe that the technologies we've developed up to now will undergo fundamental economic and social change in the years ahead. And there's 3 reasons why. One, if you want to drive innovation in society, you need 3 things. 1, create a sense of urgency. 2, starve resources. And boy, we're going to starve resources in the next couple of years. There's a global recession coming. And 3, ensure that you shift perspective. That's what you do in organizations as well to drive innovation. I believe a lot of the innovations that have been developed over the last couple of years that have not been adopted by society will be getting the key focus. And for organizations, their key focus will be cutting costs and ensuring they move closer to their customers.
Yeah.
So forget about disruption in the next 10 years. The next 10 years will be about leveraging existing technology to change the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable. I drive a particular brand of vehicle, a Land Rover, and normally trade it in. But I've been told when I called my dealer to talk about trading it in this year, I've been advised by Land Rover not to trade my vehicle in, but hold on for another 12 months when their electric diesel hybrid comes out in 2021. And they've said the car that I'll buy from them after that will be fully electric in 4 to 5 years' time. I mean, disruptive innovation is coming. You've got to be able to read that, and you see it continuously with your clients as well. I mean, your clients have actually benefited away from your conference world quite successfully and strongly from the stuff that you've talked to them about. Give me 1 or 2 examples of that.
So a couple of months ago, I was asked by one of the big mining groups to assist them with a digital transformation project. And I love the technology, and I showed them the Microsoft HoloLens, where you put it on and anyone around the world can see what you are seeing, with the idea that the maintenance personnel will be able to identify which machines would break down with predictive maintenance, but also be able to get assistance from anywhere in the world to fix this machine. And guess what? They said, Peter, are you really serious? You think a HoloLens will survive a mining environment? And guess what? There's an app on your phone called Chalk, and it allows you to do exactly the same thing. It's a free app. And guess what? The company is saving more than 40 million rand a year because of this app. Because in some cases, they've got the mine in the middle of nowhere, there's a breakdown on the mine itself, and the personnel that's there to assist them isn't there. And what happens? It takes a 2-hour trip for this person all the way from Pretoria to the mine, and the entire mine stands still. Do you know how much money is being lost in that 2 hours? Now, with an app like Chalk, they can see what the other person is doing. You can draw on it, and the other person draws as well. And that one simple app have unlocked a tremendous amount of value. So what we have to realize is that it's not about the new tech and the disruption, and because I love it, don't get me wrong.
Oh, sure.
But I do believe that society is at a point where we can embrace the existing technology to unlock an entire new world of savings.
And if you can save a mining company 40 million rand in a year...
And that's just one of the projects.
Oh, just one?
No.
Imagine what Pieter Geldenhuys could do for your next company conference. Ladies and gentlemen, Pieter Geldenhuys.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, sir.